Hello, my name is Pastor Andy Schroer from Redeemer Lutheran Church. Today we're going to talk about how a Christian responds to all the turmoil that's happening in our country right now. But before we do, I would ask that you take the time to like and share this video so that you and others can enjoy content just like this. On April 9th, 1865, General Ulysses S. Grant of the Union Army met together with General Robert E. Lee, commander of the Confederate forces, at the McLean home at Appomattox Courthouse, Virginia. They were there to discuss the terms of the Confederate surrender. Notes were taken, and when the time came for the actual document to be drawn up, the task was given to Grant's personal secretary, a guy named Ely Parker, who had been trained as a lawyer and had excellent penmanship. You can easily pick out Parker in any of the paintings made of that day. You see, Ely Parker was the only Native American present at Appomattox Courthouse. From the Seneca tribe of northern New York, Parker was educated as a lawyer and engineer. He had overcome many obstacles and prejudices to achieve quite a bit of success in pre-Civil War America. But when the war came around, he sought a commission from the Union Army, but he was denied. The Secretary of War, William Cameron, told him that this was a white man's war. But due to his friendship with Grant, which predated the war, Parker eventually got his commission. He was made a lieutenant colonel and joined Grant's staff as his personal secretary. And that's how we find Ely Parker at Appomattox Courthouse on that fateful day. Now, that day when Parker met the General Robert E. Lee, Lee stretched out his hand to greet him and he said, "Well, it's good to see at least one real American here today." And to that, Parker looked him in the eye and said, "We are all Americans. We are all Americans." Right now, we are engaged in a great civil strife. You could say that our country is more divided ideologically and politically than it has been at any other time since the Civil War. Both sides claim their cause is righteous. Both sides claim the moral high ground. Both sides think the other side is evil. Statesmanship has been lost. Violence has erupted. We have lost the ability to disagree respectfully. We have forgotten that we are all Americans. And that's why today, as a pastor, I am going to encourage you, my fellow Christians, to remember what Jesus said in Matthew chapter 5. "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." Learn from your Savior. Honor the authorities God has placed over you. Be kind, be forgiving, speak the truth, but do so in love. Don't add fuel to the fire on Facebook. Take other people's words and actions in the kindest possible way. When I was a kid, my dad used to always tell us, it's not enough to be right. It's not what you said, it's how you said it. Even when the other side lashes out and acts ugly, don't respond in kind. If we are going to heal the great divide which exists in our country, it really starts with us as Christians being what God made us to be. Peacemakers. That's hard. It's hard to fight against the anger in our hearts. People will call us weak. It feels like the other side is going to win if we don't fight back. But being a peacemaker doesn't mean being weak. It doesn't mean silently standing by without saying anything. It means standing up and speaking the truth, but doing so in love. It means being humble, forgiving, and kind. It means remembering God's amazing patience and forgiveness toward us, and how much He loves all those other people out there. In the end, being a peacemaker takes faith. It means trusting what Jesus says in Matthew chapter 5, that He will bless us if we do. In the end, being a peacemaker is what God has made us to be. It's what children of God do.